Okay, guys, let's look at the three main ways that pathogens spread. So, the first way is via water. Essentially, drinking dirty water or bathing in dirty water, you can catch diseases. And the example you need to know is called cholera. It's a bacteria, and when people have cholera, they get diarrhea, they contaminate the water, other people drink it, and they catch the cholera too. Pretty disgusting, but that's how it's spread. Number two is via the air. This is a virus in the air, the influenza virus, the flu, and it's spread when people cough or sneeze. Droplets come out their mouth containing the virus, and other people breathe those in. So that's number two. The third way that pathogens can spread is by something called direct contact. This is touching a contaminated surface, including skin. You can see here this woman is touching her skin onto the metal pole on a tube, and she could be picking up a virus or a bacteria or a fungi. And this man could be sharing a towel with someone, maybe a partner or another family member, and he could be picking up a fungus, bacteria, virus, or protist from that. So the three ways that pathogens spread: water, air, direct contact. Now let's look at athlete's foot. Athlete's foot is a fungal disease you must know if you're studying AQA biology. Athlete's foot is caused by a fungus that live in between your toes. They insert their hyphae, threads, and then they feed off of the dead cells between your toes. It causes itchy skin and flaking skin, which actually falls off between your toes. How's it spread? Well, it's spread when you share the shower floor with your family members or in a public shower, like in a swimming pool, and also when you share towels at a gym or you share towels with family members. Here's another fungal disease called rose black spot. Just like the name, the leaves get black or purple spots. This quickly the leaves turn yellow and they fall off. This reduction in leaves means there's a reduction in photosynthesis, which means there's a reduction in glucose. Without the energy that we release from glucose or plants release, they won't grow properly. So those plants will get stunted. This means it's important to treat it. You can see these roses here. How does the fungal spore of the rose black spot spread? Well, it spreads via wind or water. Now, as I said, how do gardeners or farmers treat their roses? Well, they can do this using a chemical called a fungicide. Side means death. Fungicide, it kills fungi. Or you can pick the leaves off if you don't want to use chemicals, and you can destroy them. And if you're going to strip the infected leaves, you need to burn them to prevent the spores from spreading to other plants. You can't just leave the leaves in a pile. Right, we're going to move on now and look at a bacterial disease. This is caused by the Salmonella bacteria, and it's Salmonella. What does it do? Well, it causes stomach cramps, vomiting, and diarrhea, and it's spread by uncooked chicken or turkey. You can even get it from just touching a chicken because the salmonella lives on the surface of chicken and turkey. Now, it also can be found on the shells of eggs, so make sure you wash your hands and use good hygiene when touching eggs. This is because the egg passes out the chicken's vagina and so can pick up the salmonella bacteria from the skin. In the UK, we vaccinate our chickens against salmonella, so we protect the chickens from catching salmonella, and then the people eating the chickens or handling them shouldn't be able to get salmonella. Here is a quick check for questions. Pause the video, have a go. Okay, here come the answers, guys. So check your answers. Bit of a long video, so getting a bit tired, but never mind. Right, another bacterial disease. The second one you need to know for AQA, the gonorrhea. This is an STD, sexually transmitted disease, as you can see from the picture of the couple in bed, and it's another bacterial disease. Sometimes we call STDs sexually transmitted infections. Okay, we used to use well, actually, before I get on to how we treat it, the symptoms are painful urination and wait for the gross part, yellow or green pus or discharge from the penis or vagina. You need to remember that symptom. We used to use penicillin, a really strong and the first antibiotic discovered, but the gonorrhea bacteria are now resistant to it, so it doesn't work. We can still use other antibiotics to kill the gonorrhea bacteria, but the best way is to stop yourself from catching it in the first place by using barrier methods like condoms. Okay, pause the video. Quick check questions. Let's go. All right, how did you do? Check the answers. And you really do need to learn all of this off by heart for your infection and response unit. This is coming up in biology paper 1, all of this stuff. And if you wait to the end of the video, I've got a load of exam questions you can have a go. Right, this is the only protist-related disease you need to know about, and it's malaria. It's caused by the Plasmodium protist. Now, the mosquito acts as a vector. It carries the malaria protist, but it isn't damaged by the malaria protist. So we call animals like that a vector. They carry the disease, but they're not affected by the disease themselves. And the name of this parasite is Plasmodium. It's a protist. It lives inside the mosquito once it's bitten an infected animal. And then the mosquito goes and further feeds on a healthy person, and the malaria Plasmodium swims down into the person, and now they're infected. And it goes to live in their liver, and during the reproductive cycle of the protist, it causes incredible fevers, really high fevers in the sufferers of malaria. And actually, malaria is a serious disease. It's one of the worst diseases in the world because it kills up to 600,000 people every single year. Yep. 600,000. That's more than you get in any war that's going on around the world right now. So, malaria is a massive killer. In fact, malaria has killed more people than all the wars in the whole of human history put together. We can protect against malaria using mosquito nets around beds or windows and using insect repellent. And another way is to sterilize the male mosquito, kill its sperm. It then goes out to have sex with the female mosquito and they can't have a baby because the male is sterilized. Okay, guys, check the exam questions. So pause the video, have a go, and then check your answers. All right, pause the video now. Okay, here come the answers. Waiting, waiting, where are the answers? Here they go. Okay, what you need to do with most of my videos that are on my channel, not my shorts because they're a bit quick, but most of my longer videos have exam questions at the end. So they'll be really helpful for you to watch the video and then test your knowledge. Have you learned everything you needed to? Okay, pause the video again. All right, guys, here come the answers. How did you do? Mark them. Pause the video again, guys. Okay, this might have been a little bit difficult. It was on vaccines, this one, but something to extend you if you've watched the video on vaccines. All right, one more question. Pause the video. All right. Thanks, guys. Subscribe, like the channel. Let's get to the mark.